Well, this month at the Liberty Public Library, we've got a really sweet card craft to make a fingerprint snowman card to give to someone. So in each of your packets, you're going to find a folded card that has a blue front and a bag of white fingerprint paint, for finger paint, I should say. So it is washable paint. You can either get a little plate and dump it out, or some extra paper or newspaper, or you can just tear the bag open and use it directly from the bag. So I've just poured out a little bit onto the plate that I had here. And then I used my thumb first. So you're going to be using thumbprints, fingerprints, hand prints. You can play around and see what kind of snowman you might be able to make. My first attempt here, I had a lot of white paint on my finger and thought maybe I needed to dab it off. But watch what happens when I did that. I dabbed off some of my finger paint thinking it was going to be too thick, and it's a little too thin. So I had to go back, and I actually used a little heavier amount of finger paint. So play around with it maybe on another piece of paper before you go do the card, or just see what happens. So I made the base of my snowman, because some snowmen, not all snowmen, are made in 3 parts. So the base of my snowman, I used my thumb. Then I used my pointer finger for the middle part of my snowman. And then I went back and used my pinky finger to make the tops. Then you've got to let them dry for a little while after that. But while you're letting the rest of this dry, go and find some markers or crayons or anything you might be able to draw with in order to finish your snowmen and add some accessories for them. And once you've got those rounded up, I rounded up just a red pencil and a black permanent marker. I wanted to just add some hats to my snowmen. So once the paint is dry, you can paint, color, marker, draw, however you might want to add some accessories to your snowman right on top. You can even add some trees and some other things around them. And get really creative with it. We'd love to see what you end up making. So I'm just doing some pretty simple designs, adding a little stick arms and some buttons, little eyes and a smiley face. I need some happy snowmen on my card here. We're going to include an extra piece of blue paper so you can also just draw some extra snowmen if you want, and make a painting of some kind. We can hope for snow, right? So I've got my snowmen with their little dots on their buttons and their arms. Then I took my red colored pencil and gave them some scarves. Thought maybe that would keep them warm, right? And I thought one of my snowmen might need some boots too. So I'm going to add some boots on this guy over here. And then I'm going to call it good. But you can add whatever accessories you think your snowman might need. And once you get done with the front of the card and it's all nice and dry, remember that it's a card. So open it up. I'm going to blank inside and write a letter to somebody or write a note to someone. Somebody in your house, maybe your favorite adult, or maybe for your neighbor or a grandparent, somebody that might need some cheering up. Maybe you can write a little note for them and hand deliver it or send it on over to them, and just let them know that you're thinking about them. This is a great time to remind people of thinking about them and showing them some fun crafts like this snowman design. So have fun with it. Let us know what you make and send us some pictures. Take care.